What is pain? Pain is defined as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage or described in terms of such damage. So what that means to you is that pain is an experience, not a sensation. So this is can be a very confusing matter to a lot of people. So what that means is that pain is not a signal that comes up from the tissues around us and our environment. Instead, pain, and the way it is processed by our brain, there's this signal that comes into our brain. We'll call this a noxious signal, meaning like something dangerous coming into the brain. And as it comes up to the brain instantaneously and unconsciously decides whether the stimulus or the sensation is dangerous. If it decides it's dangerous, then boom, we're in pain to protect us. This can be really helpful if you step on a nail, right? You want that noxious or that dangerous stimuli to come up to the brain so the brain can say, ow, that hurts, pull the nail out of your foot. You can go get a tetanus shot, you can go get whatever medical care you need. Now let's fast forward to someone that's in persistent pain, someone that may not be able to get out of a chair without pain, someone that may not be able to move their arm without pain. This can be an example of where the brain and the nervous system can somewhat malfunction, and things that aren't typically dangerous can be deemed dangerous unconsciously by the brain and result in increased pain from non-threatening stimuli usually, or from things that shouldn't cause pain, that shouldn't be a threat. But what can happen when this occurs is that as someone touches me, right, no discomfort right now as I'm touching there, but let's say I've had a history of left arm pain for the past year and a half, right? The brain now, from learning to be in pain for so long, from having so many of these painful experiences, maybe for some other stressors in our body, maybe not being able to sleep well for a long period of time, maybe any other depression, anxiety you may be experiencing. All these things factor into the threat level the brain may be experiencing. Now that person that has that arm pain, say someone touches them right here, or something grazes their arm, instead of that signal coming up to the brain, not threatening, no big deal, not painful. Now, the brain processes that same signal instantly and unconsciously as being a threat, and that sends off the pain alarm. Now, this is why often people that have persistent pain can experience 10 out of 10 pain with 0 out of 10 additional damage being occurred to the tissue. Now, this is really important to recognize because this opens up a lot more treatment options for us. Instead of just focusing on that tissue there, we can focus on a lot of things to bring down the level of protection, lower that threat level throughout the body. This can include relaxation techniques, techniques designed to desensitize the system or get it used to experiencing sensations without pain. That way you can retrain the brain out of pain. And additional other treatment from other types of professionals in the medical field other than just biomedical, physical therapists, physicians, to help treat maybe some of these other things that could keep the brain sensitized.